3-0 when Knight got a decision at 118. 9-0 after Steve Knight pinned Noel Clavel at 26, and now 13-0 after Jeff Gibbons wins a major decision against Buzz Mears. Now we get to the upperclassmen for Lehigh, and I'm sure they're saying none too soon. Murray Anderson of Iowa State, senior from Clarion, Iowa, comes up against 12th rated Jim Frick, a veteran senior who one of the Engineers' best wrestlers over the last 2 or 3 years.
Well, Murray Anderson has had an education behind Bill Kelly and Jeff Gibbons the past couple of years, and he's getting his opportunity to start here. Joe Gezzi, one of the normal 142-pounders, is hurt, and Murray's aptly standing in, and he's really a darn tough wrestler.
There's the score now. Iowa State 13, Lehigh 0. Anderson is actually a little small for 142 pounds, but you go, and you've been behind somebody for 3 years. Jim Frick, one of the team leaders, and a very, very hard worker, says Thad Turner. Kind of young man you want in your wrestling room.
Back to the middle.
Anderson likes to tie up. You can see he wants to get in and lock up. Control the head. There's an underhook. And now Anderson makes the leg, but can he keep it? Can he finish it? Nice counter. Beautiful counter by Frick.
That was a great example of a great scramble. Each wrestler had times of brilliance there where they were able to keep their position well enough to stay out of trouble.
Hilton Coliseum on Iowa Public Television. It's Iowa State against Lehigh, the first of the 12th year wrestling mates of college wrestling. I'm Doug Brown, and Tim Johnson
back now, guys. Back to the middle.
with me here as we watch the 142-pound class. Frick, Jim Frick of Lehigh in the brown. And with his back to you now, Murray Anderson of Iowa State. Another homegrown young man. He's from Clarion.
And his Uncle Les is the assistant wrestling coach.
That's right.
20 years at Iowa State, right, Doug?
Yep. Something
Les
like that.
Anderson, 20 years at Iowa State as an assistant coach. He's
We'll look it up.
really helped build a strong foundation here.
We figured this would be a good match, and it's proven to be one. Now Frick makes his first really good shot, but Anderson comes away to the edge of the mat and manages to stay away from it. There's Les Anderson. He's out there giving nephew a little word or two with about 25 seconds left to go.
Move your feet. Activity going.
Here comes, a nice move right at the end by Frick. And Anderson gets his base back. He has to hold on for 5 seconds. And he did. He stayed away from it. No score.
Lehigh, your choice.
There's Joe Gezzi. Boy, Joe was hurt last year. Couldn't go into the Nationals. That was a tough situation for him. And now he's had injury problems again this year.
Look at me.
Yes,
Shoulder separation.
Yeah, right. And he's really had some tough luck. He's a hard worker, and I wouldn't be surprised at all to see him back.
Now, the first choice this time was going to go to Murray Anderson. I think he did take downs. Rolls and is out. You don't see much of that anymore.
Well, I like that. Murray Anderson was able to get out, but he got right back in and tried to get in for that takedown. Jim Frick did a nice job of fending him off.
1-0, Anderson leads. He's on the left. He's Iowa State's 142-pounder tonight. Jim Frick, ranked 12th in the country at this weight, is trying to get the Engineers on the board. He had a good shot at the end of the first period, but time ran out on him on the edge of the mat. In a single leg, high crotch.
Stay square, stay square.
Now head control for Frick. So Anderson has to watch his, has to concentrate here and make sure he doesn't get thrown off his base. Here he comes around. Up, Anderson's a little bit too quick.
Frick didn't do a real good job of getting Anderson into a bad position there. Anderson kept his position well, and it made it difficult for Frick to spin around.
Now we're less than a minute away from the end of the second period with Anderson in red leading 1-0. It's a tough match. They're at each other here, and the first man who loses his concentration is liable to lose. Frick against Anderson. I'd say this is a technician's match, wouldn't you, Tim?
They're really stalking each other, and they've both been in on good shots. They've both done a good job of defending.
Now that time, that's the second time that Anderson's tried to get a shot and has been headed off at the pass.
Right here is where Frick needs to get that shoulder above Anderson's shoulder, really work it so that Anderson's out of position here and almost break his back, and he's not doing the job because Anderson's staying in good position. He's doing a good job right there.
You could see Frick lose his patience there and just gave the move up.
Because a lot of wrestlers will go down for him in that position, I'm sure.
That's the man you'll see next, the defending national champion at 150 pounds, Tim Krieger, back talking to Coach Eddie Bannock. We've come to the end of the second period.
Quickly.
The one-point score in this match was Anderson's on a roll escape right at the beginning of the period.
Takes down.
In fact, 3 seconds from the start of the period. Now we're starting period 2. And now Frick takes the down position. Third period, if he escapes, we're even. Then we'll go back to that feed again.
One and we're both up.
That didn't take long. 1-1. 1-1.
7 offense out of both of you now.
Now let's see, it's going to be settled on the feet here, friends. Lehigh against Iowa State, Anderson against Frick. Frick in on the leg once more.
You got him! You got him! Put weight on it. There you go. Back out. Back out. Hey, watch the ankles trap over here.
So this is, you got to watch the knee in this position right here. It's a good candidate of getting a knee injury right there.
Come on, don't pull off. Just wrestle it out. Wrestle it out. Go back to your left. Here, right. Both off.
Jim Frick is doing a good job of getting in on his shots. He's making good shots. He's executing to the point of finishing, and then he's having problems. He's not being able to finish off his moves.
I think that one stiffened Anderson's knee a little bit to be in that position. Still 1-1, and Frick is coming at him.
Well, Anderson's got to get going here, or he's going to get called for stalling. Frick's been making the last several shots.
50 seconds to go in the third period at Iowa State, with the Lehigh wrestler and the Cyclone knotted up 1-1. 40 seconds to go. This is a gut check, as they say.
Both coaches want their wrestlers to pick up the pace. Let's get going, they say. You be the one that takes it to the other person.
There's
the shot again. He's
high crotch. He did a nice job again coming in. Let's see what he can do. Now he is given the takedown just as they go over the line. The first takedown of the match. It's 3-1 in favor of Frick.
Down now.
With only 16 seconds to go.
16 seconds.
Right here, he's going to try to cover the hips here. You see where he reached through the ankle? That's the key right there. He had the ankle, came across the arm, covered chest to chest, and got his 2.
Now it's 3-1, and Anderson trying to switch. He's out. It's 3-2. He's had no takedowns, and he has only about 8 seconds to get one. Tough match.
Frick has not been warned for stalling. You're not going to see him get too wild right here.
And that's going to do it. A tough match, and Jim Frick, senior from now living in Merritt Island, Florida, is the winner, his 10th victory of the year against 2 defeats over Murray Anderson of Iowa State. And so the engineers are on the board. The score is now 13 for Iowa State and 3 for Lehigh after Frick's 3-2 win. That was a tough one.
Right.
Very tough.
They both worked really hard. Jim Frick made a lot of nice shots there in the last period, and his last one, he made